Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Off play action. Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Check. Buffalo 18.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Fight. 97.
Now a play fake. Lance.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
On play action, Lance. Throw out wide to Walker.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Set, hut, 33, yellow. Big stop, big 22 meter. Six, mega.
In motion right is Brown.
Play action, now it's Lance.
He's got it at the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Here we go. 52 blue.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up. And
a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
70, no street. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Rolling to his left.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Sliding out of the pocket, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Touchdown, Eagles! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
From midfield, here's Lance.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Throwing again on second down.
Lance.
That's caught. And again, it's Goodwin.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Again, it's Lance.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. These two teams all tied after 1. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Let's go now. Black, 95. Black ultra.
Walker now at 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And Lance's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Looked like he might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Yeah, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10, it's Richardson.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
46 yards.
And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And Walker's somebody who just impresses you every time he steps on the field. He's a guy who was the Walter Camp and Doak Walker Award winner's final collegiate season behind a 1,600-yard campaign. 300 carries or more, that would be unexpected in his first season in the NFL.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Come on, set. 32.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
And Lance now to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught at the 7.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Again, Walker.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Walker.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Cam Akers
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
McManus's point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Richardson to the air on first down.
Forced out to his left.
And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Lance.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And unable able to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
On first down, Richardson.
Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Richardson now on second down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Now Richardson.
Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
Flushed out right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now a give right side. Gibbs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Richardson to throw off play action.
They'll roll him out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Casey Hayward with a sack on the well-timed corner blitz.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. They'll try the left side. It's Gibbs. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll send Brown in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left.
On first down, Lance.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Lance.
He's going to air one out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marquise Goodwin, 30 yards.
And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 38-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Lance now on 1st down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Let's go. Yellow, 22.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. He gets it to Cooks. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lance. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
We've been in enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick a field goal and hear a special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half. This is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Eagles take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Lance. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lance looking to throw it. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And some room to maneuver. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big... Chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Lance back to throw.
Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a lineup going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on 1st down. They try and throw it, take a sack on 2nd down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on 3rd down?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Lance looking to throw.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Dragon 60.
Richardson gets this to Moore, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbs.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Richardson dials up the first throw of overtime.
He'll buy some time right. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
And down inside the 15 he goes. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
107 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Eagles, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.